Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
Businessman gunned down in midday attack near Mountain View Avenue. A 60-year-old businessman was shot and killed on Arthur's Wint Drive in St. Andrew on Tuesday afternoon. The deceased has been identified as Dave Mighty. Police report are that around 12 p.m., Mighty was driving his vehicle along the roadway in an easterly direction when two men on a motorbike drove up and fired shots inside the vehicle, hitting the now deceased in the upper body multiple times. The vehicle subsequently collided in the embankment at the intersection of Mountain View Avenue and Tucker Avenue. When reporters arrived on the scene, sections of Mountain View Avenue and Arthur Wint Drive were cornered off and traffic diverted. A detective on the scene said Mighty, who resides in Top Range in Mountain View, operated a business in the area. Another police source said Mighty was someone who popped up on the radar before. Still, police have not established a motive for the killing. Roads in the area were reopened after the scene was processed and the body removed. Political representatives expressed sadness at death of Gregory Park arson victim. Political representatives at the Gregory Park area has expressed sadness for the death of a woman who was one of the victims of the terror attack on residents of Walker's Avenue, St. Catherine. She is Naomi Kokol, also known as Miss Sweeney. Miss Sweeney received severe burns when her home along with 10 others were set ablaze by hoodlums. Member of Parliament Alonzo Terrelong said the police have pledged to continue their search for those responsible for the terror attack. The security forces have been maintaining a presence in the area since the firebombing, but Mr. Terrelong again renewed his call for a more long-term solution. Ordinary policing cannot manage what is happening right here in this Gregory Park space. It has to be consistent, and I believe a zone of special operations and a permanent police post that gives you visual and community of Bang Gully, Mexico and Gulf, that is what is needed, he proposed. There are persons in the community who are hell-bent on displacing residents and killing persons and causing this kind of havoc. Mechanic charged in relation to Old Harbor car theft ring remanded. The auto mechanic who is charged in connection with an alleged car stealing ring in Old Harbor, St. Catherine, was remanded when he appeared in court on Tuesday. Keon Mills is charged with larceny of motor vehicle and receiving stolen property. When Mills appeared before the St. Catherine Parish Court, he was ordered to be remanded until September 8. On August 1, police conducted an operation in the Gardenwood community in Old Harbor, during which 11 stolen motor vehicles were found. The police arrested Mills, who allegedly failed to account for the vehicles. The vehicles were seized and a comprehensive investigation launched, which resulted in Mills being charged. New JTA president calls for a policy directive to support gifted children and establishment of more diagnostic centers for special needs children. There is a need for a policy directive to support gifted children and the establishment of more diagnostic centers for special needs children. There are among several suggestions laid out by the newly installed president of the Jamaica Teachers Association, Leighton Johnson, during his presentation on Monday investiture ceremony. Mr. Johnson noted that teachers are not equipped to deal with special needs children. He called for the establishment of more diagnostic centers, mainly for one to be at least one primary and one secondary level school in each parish. The new JTA president stressed the importance of offering equitable and inclusive educational opportunities.
Additionally, there are those students who were born with different disabilities and have to be hidden in their homes because of the lack of adequate programs for them to be enrolled in. This context has resulted in students with exceptionalities of varied kinds and degrees forced to operate in the regular classroom. While I am confident that our teachers' ability to deliver the curriculum under difficult circumstances, our teachers are not necessarily equipped to treat with the delicate learning needs of these students who are often undiagnosed. These students cannot function in the regular classroom, and our teachers are held to account when these students do not perform. We appreciate the work of Michael Keir and Church Teachers College in assisting with diagnosing our children. However, there is still the urgent need for additional diagnostic centers across our country. P.S. I suggest that at least 2 schools be identified in each parish, one at the primary and one at the secondary level, to be used as diagnostic centers. Classrooms should be retrofitted with the necessary resources to teach students with special learning needs. This can be done. It can be done. Additionally, the time is now for us to seriously implement solutions to treat with our gifted students. We must design an accelerated pathway to treat with our intellectually advanced students. We must ensure that there is policy directives to support the gifted and talented of our nation. If we are to secure equitable and inclusive educational opportunities, we must prioritize this sector.
Caribbean Airlines says services operating as scheduled. The Trinidad-based Caribbean Airlines call Tuesday said that its domestic and international flights were operating as scheduled less than 48 hours after it was forced to cancel more than 60 flights due to sick out by pilots on Sunday. In a brief statement, CAL said that the regular operation is working in parallel with recovery flights, some operated by charters on behalf of the airline, to accommodate any remaining displaced passengers. The company continues to contact affected customers by phone, emails, and SMS notifications, with updated information are also being sent to passengers, the statement noted. On Monday, the Industrial Court of Trinidad and Tobago granted an expert injunction to the airline against the Trinidad and Tobago Airline Pilots Association, preventing its president, executive members, as well as their servants or agents for taking or continuing to take on or participating, however, in industrial action within the meaning of the Industrial Relations Act, including calling in sick. Commenting on the industrial action by the pilots that led to thousands of passengers being stranded on 2 islands, Augustine said that over the past year, the THA has been calling for the resumption of CAL's usual flight count, but that nothing has been done. It is ridiculous that people have to spend months trying to get a flight to Tobago, and when they do, there is inconsistency on the air and sea bridge. This is 2023, and the air and sea bridge now is more inconsistent than it was pre-COVID. That could never, ever be a hallmark of success, Augustine said, adding that there is also a need to address the monopoly that exists on the air bridge by CAL.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click